Black men have got to stop being the garbage man when it comes to women of other races and the communities that reject those women, right? Where I'm coming from with this is a lot of times when it comes to like black men and interracial dating, sometimes it doesn't seem like they do the best that they could do. You know, some people are going to argue and say that, well, it's different, or well, that's not true. And there's an argument for that, right? But I'm going to say that a lot of times black men tend to end up being the garbage men. A lot of times when it comes like interracial dating, like they kind of are getting the women that other groups of men throw away or don't consider top shelf, right? Like women who probably have been ran through by like half the football team or something, like OJ Simpson, right? And his wife Nicole Simpson, and or I guess Nicole Brown Simpson, whatever. um, or say Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose, you know, um, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. And I'm sure there's other examples, but those are the ones that I can think of like right off the bat, though. And where I'm coming from again is just like, what do we get out of this? Except some rightfully resentful and angry black women. What besides that, what do we really get out of this as a collective, as a group, for taking on other people's rejects and garbage? What do we really get? Not much of anything really. Um, and it kind of especially when it comes to like white women and black men, our basic and low quality white women and black men, it sort of kind of helps perpetuate white supremacy in a low key way, because it's like, oh well, at least these basic white women, these trashy bottom shelf white women can get a well-to-do black man if they can't find a white man. But what? But how? These women ain't got really nothing to offer. Like Tiger Woods wants to go with the nanny, right? For some reason. I mean, that's a whole nother situation in general with Tiger Woods, right? I could do a whole video about him, but I don't really think he's worth it. But yeah, like, oh, let's, again, dating the nanny, right? Basic, right? Like, why, like, especially with someone like Tiger Woods, who does have like a lot of like resource, like has a lot to offer. He could have did better, right? Michael Jackson, like Debbie Rowe. Come on, like look at, and Michael Jackson has been linked with like some pretty decent looking white women, like Brooke Shields, right? But no, or even like Elvis Presley's daughter, Marie Presley. She would have been better. But no, he wants to get the most busted looking white chick who looked like she just crawled out of the cave like 2 minutes ago to have his kids. But then again, that's another situation too. Because some people are gonna be like, well, he didn't even want to contribute his own sperm to have his kids. And that's an argument too. But still, I'm saying though, like, because he could have. That's a whole nother situation. But you get what I'm saying though. It's like, and these guys have a lot to offer. Like, come on, these black men have a lot to offer. So I'm sure they could have done better in these situations that I'm presenting, right? But for some reason, these dudes didn't want to do that, or maybe they felt like this was good enough for them. But I can understand why some black women be like pissed off and angry about this, because let's flip it around. If every time you've seen a black woman come up and she's with like basic Billy, or like trailer park Tommy, meth head Sam, like, we would be saying that we would be angry and resentful too. Like, really? You mean you couldn't just get you a black dude, a regular 9 to 5 black dude, if you're gonna just get a regular dude, you know? And a lot of times, black women, when they come up, they kind of do that. They kind of do just stick with a, like if, like Sherry Shepherd, right? Her dude was a regular 9 to 5 dude, right? Monique, her dude was a regular is a regular 9 to 5 dude, not really in the industry, right? Um, and of course, like, it's only like one situation I can really think of where, at the moment at least, where like a black woman kind of went low key. Well, maybe two. I would say like Halle Berry kind of did it with her first baby daddy. I mean, he was a model, but I think she could have did better. And Zoe Saldana, I feel like she could have did better too. Like, for some reason, she wanted to just go for like um, basic Billy, regular 9 to 5 Billy, right? But um, I will say that those women are kind of like biracial or mixed, so maybe that plays a factor in it. But a lot of times when it comes to these black dudes are kind of like a lot of times just monoracial um, black dudes who have like two black parents. So I'm like, well, where does the non-blackness come from, or the desire for non-blackness come from, right? But a lot of times when I see like the black women in the media with their relationships, it seems like they've done pretty well for themselves. And I know some people are going to argue about the dynamics between like men and women when it comes to relationships, where it's like, oh, women usually get men that are on their level or above their level, while men usually get women who are on their level or below their level, right? And that's a valid argument, but still, wouldn't the black men just get women that are on their level? You know, especially if it's from another race. But I don't really see a lot of black women getting men that are men of other races that are below their level, right? They ain't gonna be a lot of like these black women by and large are not gonna be the garbage men, especially for white men, right? Especially like being or rather being the garbage man for white women, right? They're not gonna be taking white women's rejects, you know. They gonna make sure they get a dude that is probably like of some substance. Let's keep it real, you know. They're gonna probably go for like, let's see, like George Lucas's wife is black, right? She did pretty well for herself. I think Emerald, or either Wolfgang Puck, one of the two, has a black wife, I believe, Ethiopian. Who else? I know that Naomi Campbell has been linked to a lot of like rich white men as well. Kerry Washington, I think, at one point, I think she was dating like a white male actor. So yeah, there's some examples, right? And also, like, white men are not going to be the garbage men for black men at all. Oh, they ain't doing that. White men aren't doing that. They ain't gonna be taking out our garbage. They're not gonna be taking out, Shaquita, like ratchet Shaquita from down the street, with like uh, 5 kids by 6 baby daddies. Like, no, I like Starnetta, um, Chandrika, etc. Right? Like, no, they're not going to be doing that. By and large, no. They're going to make sure that the woman is someone that is who's coming with something, right? They're not going to be like giving these chicks the Cinderella upgrade. They're going to upgrade them, yeah, but not necessarily like the Cinderella. Like, they're not going to be in like rags when they get with them, broke, on the brink of poverty, nah. Mhm. In fact, I think like a lot of men of other races kind of sometimes steer clear of like black women, at least sometimes, because of the stereotype that black women have, like, oh, they're angry, or they're loud, or they're, violent, or ghetto, or ratchet, you know, things like that. Like, they steer, like, they ain't gonna be taking out what they consider to be garbage. But these black dudes sometimes be getting with like Trailer Park Becky, you know, meth head Susie, and I guess if it's white, it's right for some of these dudes. I think Chris Rock had a joke, something like, where like, oh, if you like a really busted, raggedy, broke down white woman, there's a black man for you, something like that. And I kind of find that to be sort of true. Not 100%, but it does seem to have some validity to it. But I guess I've said all I have to say. So I just wanted to put that out there and get you guys' opinions on that. I mean, do you think do you think I hit the target in this situation, or do you think I'm just way off target and I'm just talking about some stuff that is just so just out there and doesn't make any sense? Let me know in the comments section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.